my God. Okay. This is the first time I'm going live. Oh my God. So, hi everyone. Welcome to everyone that's going to be joining in. I did not load a video today. So, for those of you, I am Missy Fu, or that's actually my channel name, my nickname. My name is AC. I figured I've been wanting to kind of do a Q&A. I thought would be interesting. So I did get a couple of questions throughout the last week when I first posted that I wanted to do a Q&A. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. But I did get a couple of questions, and then I just figured any other questions that you guys have, if you're here, that way you can, you know, ask me whatever you want. So I'll go ahead and start answering some of the questions and then kind of go from there. I figured right now is a perfect ideal time. It's 7:01 exactly right now. She is eating her dinner. We just got home a few minutes ago. So she's eating her dinner, and I figured I could do this and then go ahead and get her ready for bed. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with the first one. I'm so sorry, you guys, I didn't upload a video today. If you guys saw my last vlog or even the one before that, my moods have been kind of like just up and down. So as far as my energy as well, so I just didn't edit. I have like 3 videos like lined up. I haven't edited any of them. So I will be editing one tonight, so you guys will get a video tomorrow, but I figured this can kind of substitute, and that way you guys can kind of see me live too and ask anything that you want. So I am going to go ahead and I wrote them down. I asked you guys on Instagram if there was any questions that you wanted to ask me about myself or just mommy life or whatever. You can even ask me breastfeeding questions. A lot of you are Instagram followers of mine for a very long time. You guys know that I still nurse my toddler, so which I'm so ready to wean. But anywho, so here we go. All right, so one of the questions that I got was, do your bonus kids live with you, or do you get along with their mom? Okay, so I have 2 bonus daughters, 11 and 14. They do not live with us full time. They live with their mom full time, and then they come with us every other weekend. Their dad gets them every other weekend. So we see them essentially 2 times a month. And they live a little bit of a whiles away. They live about 45 minutes away on a good day with no traffic. So we wish that we could see them a little bit more often, especially now because, yes, mom life. This is real mom life. Can I help you? ¿Qué pasó? What happened? Oh my goodness, she devoured the whole thing. Okay, mommy, get you mess. So because of their sister, I do want her to spend more time. I want her to grow up with them and for them to grow up with her as well. As far as their mom, we get along per se. I mean, we really only see each other like a couple times a year when it's my bonus kid's like birthday. Is when I really see them. Other than that, we don't hang out. Unfortunately, we don't have a co-parenting situation where that, you know, it's kind of tricky to get into. I really don't want to like give too much information or too much details. It's a little tricky. So you say hi, Camila? Okay. No, Aki. So I can say that for now. I mean, we've never had any kind of issues. I don't really know how to even get into that, but anywho. All right, another question that I had was, where do you plan on taking baby girl for a family trip, fly out, or road trip? So we haven't taken a family trip yet. I've never traveled with my daughter. She is my first kid, so I've never traveled no more than maybe an hour and a half in a car ride, and that's going to my in-laws' house. We do want to take a family trip, but not just the 3 of us. We want with her sisters as well, so a family of 5. It's crazy to say family of 5. We don't know. So to kind of test the waters traveling with her, we kind of want to go somewhere still in the state of Florida. So we don't know. I don't know. I would fly out, not a road trip, because she is a toddler. I don't think that she can handle. I wouldn't trust myself to be really in the car with her for that long. I mean, she's going to be 2 in a couple of weeks. And even sometimes just going to go pick up her sisters, if there's traffic and we're in the car, just going there, picking them up, and then coming back, she's in the car for almost 2 hours. She gets super cranky. So, no road trip with a toddler. Absolutely not. So, we would have to fly out, but I don't know where we would go. We do have like places, like my boyfriend's from Ohio. So, we thought of maybe like flying to Ohio, of course, with all the kids. So it'd be 5 of us flying out there. Or I grew up in Virginia. So maybe going to Virginia, or maybe taking them to Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, since my family's from there. I don't know, but we'd definitely be flying out. And I don't know if you guys have ever traveled with toddlers. Leave me any tips below. I have no idea what to bring or how to even like. I figured it's traveling like just like with hi. I figured it'd be traveling like just with. I've never traveled with kids before, guys. This is my first kid. I don't know. I look on Pinterest for everything, so I'd look for traveling tips or whatever. I did already on Amazon start putting like those little travel for the car seats, or like the strollers. But I don't think I'd bring a stroller with us. Car seat for sure, but I don't know a stroller. I don't know if that's necessary. Depends on where we're going, I guess. Um, Another question I had: are you planning on having more kids, or are you one and done? Okay, so I have my 2 bonus daughters, so that makes 3 kids because I still consider them my kids. Because when they're here, I mean, it's a full-time, chaotic 72 hours. We decided it was one and done with Camila, because for him, it's a weird thing, and I don't know if I sound like an asshole for being like, for him it's 3, for me it's 1, but I mean, I don't know, it's a weird, I'm still like, it's just weird for me. Not weird, I don't know how to, I just don't know. It's because it's a whole different world, like, I don't know. So we decided that, that was it. But now that she's getting older, she's going to be 2 in a couple of weeks. We've played around, like joked around about maybe when she's turning 3 or 4, maybe trying for another, because he has all girls, and I think he kind of wants to see if he can if we can have a boy, if he wants a boy. Of course he does. His whole family wants a boy. It gets easier as a child gets older. Just have plenty. Yeah, snacks and iPad. Oh my God, I was so against iPads. Going back to the traveling question. I used to be so like, oh no iPads, and oh no, she's not gonna have whatever. Oh my God, if she's screaming if that's like right now, she's eating quietly because she has the iPad. No judgment. I don't judge any other moms for it. Don't judge me. It is what it is. She's quiet. So thank you for that. So we've joked around about having another kid, so then it would make us having 4 kids total. But I feel like the more we're joking, it's almost, how it's like almost not a joke anymore. Like we're considering it. And if we actually do think about it, okay, I think it would probably be when she's closer to turning 3, for my sanity. But, we can't plan everything, we make plans and God laughs. Also as well, because with the 2 bonus girls, we actually did a prank last year. It was a couple of months ago. We had made a joke. I played a prank and I told them that I was pregnant. I'm not, but I told them that I was pregnant just to kind of see the reaction. And it was interesting, the split-second reaction, how I kind of, the oldest one, the 14-year-old, was so excited because she wants a baby brother so bad. So, of course, she was like, oh my God, is it a boy? So it was funny, and right when I'm getting ready to tell him, no, I'm just kidding, I was just joking, the middle one, or the 11-year-old, was like, you're having another kid? It was, for her, it was kind of like, really, another one? So it's kind of like, it's not up to them regardless, but it's kind of interesting to see what their reactions would be. So I don't know, it's still up in the air. If we do, it would be closer to when she's turning 3. Another question I had is, do you have any tattoos, and have you thought of getting one for your baby girl? I do. I have several tattoos, actually. I have one. I'm literally counting them in the order that I got them. Anybody else do that? Because I can't remember. One, one, two, three, four. I have five. So I have five tattoos. I do want to get one for her. I actually thought about getting one right when she turned a year old, but because I'm still breastfeeding, I know there's some articles and some people that say, oh, if you're still breastfeeding, you're not supposed to get tattoos because of the ink and whatever. It's not safe for like breast milk or what have you. But I have actually thought of things. I've actually looked up some ideas. I have a Pinterest board actually that's like for like tattoos, and I have some ideas of like what I kind of want to do for her. But I do want another tattoo, that's for sure. My thing reminded me to breathe. um, so yeah, so I do want another one. I don't know where I want it because the ones that I have now are kind of not very out there. They're kind of hidden. The two I have two on my ankles, so one on each ankle. So those obviously you can see, especially living in Florida, if I'm out or and about or whatever in shorts or a dress or whatever, you can see those. But yeah, I know I want another one. Um, yeah, that was actually all the questions that I got. I mean, do you guys have any questions for me while you're here? I just figured I'd jump on really quick, and I have a couple of people here. So thank you guys so much for joining. I promise I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow. And I have like a schedule like Camila's favorite shows. Hi, Melissa. Oh my God, I can't wait to meet you like later this year. Oh Jesus. Daniel Tiger. Actually, is it weird? Like she's kind of going through like a phase right now where like she loves watching Daniel Tiger, The Cat in the Hat. She's starting to kind of get into Peppa the Pig. Not really. Have you told your mom yet? Oh, jeez. No. You know how I keep getting a feeling like I want to tell her, but I just can't like I don't know. So I've been trying to testing the waters with her a little bit, kind of like, hey, so I'm thinking about maybe getting another job, working from home. And just when I told her that, her face was kind of like, well, what do you mean? Kind of like, it was very, I don't know, maybe it's a generational thing. Like for her, she just feels like, I don't know. I know she would disapprove. It's not up to her, but I still tend to look to my parents for some sort of like approval. Like no matter what I do, like I decide I'm gonna do it, but I still kind of look at them kind of like, what do you think? Like so. Yeah, I haven't told her yet. I'm gonna have to tell her eventually. I think my dad knows because he follows me on Instagram and he's commented or replied to some of my Insta stories. So I think my dad knows. I don't know. He hasn't said anything, so I don't know if he knows. But yeah, but back to Camila's shows. So she was hooked on the Wiggles for a minute, and then she just right when she turned maybe like 19 or 20 months old, she hasn't really asked for it. She's been obsessed with these YouTube nursery, their ABC Simple Songs, Simple Nurseries. She can watch that shit all day long. It's annoying to hear, but it actually teaches them really good stuff. Do you have a sister? I do not have a sister. I am the oldest, so it's just me, and I have a younger brother. He's not that much younger. He's actually in the Air Force. He's stationed on the West Coast. And he's actually married, but no kids. I am not married with one daughter and Coco. Yes, Coco Melon. Oh my God, you hear Coco Melon? Din, 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 din. I know it's weird that we those things. Oh, and Let's Go Luna. I actually enjoy Let's Go Luna. I think it's cool what they teach them. I think that's why I haven't told my mom either. Is because of the whole we're not married, and she's constantly like passive aggressively, like she'll make like these indirect comments or remarks because we're not married. And we have a kid, and I have two bonus daughters. My mom had a struggle, like an issue with that for a while. So I think maybe that's why I don't want to tell her, because she's gonna be like, really great, really. first you're dating someone that has kids, and then you guys don't get married, and blah blah blah. It's definitely yeah, it's a generational thing. Do you want to get married? I do. We talk about getting married, a lot, but I think as a man thing, especially now since we're on one income, he's more stressed about like, not stress, well, yeah, stress. He's more focused on like, okay, I think he thinks that, okay, if I'm gonna, like, he wants to make sure everything is like 1,000% like good before he actually, but for me, it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, we're good. But yeah, we do want to get married. We talk about it. Cruises. We've looked into Disney cruises. They're expensive as all hell, but I'm sure it's totally worth it because you get what you pay for. I've been suggested to by my best friend and some other friends of mine, especially when I was working, some coworkers that have suggested the Disney cruises, and they say that it's like amazing. I don't know at her age. At her age, I think it's whatever. It's just a manic thing. Like I'm like anxious. Like I don't know if I want to, like, I'd be so paranoid, like I'm gonna lose her. I don't think I'll lose her, but you know what I mean? Like I drive my own thoughts, obsessive thoughts. Um, yeah. I'm trying to think of like other things that I've had. Breastfeeding, I am so over breastfeeding. We've cut it down to where she only, not even in the morning anymore. It's more night nursing that she wants to do. So we went from, like a couple times a day to like morning and night, and now it's just night. She doesn't ask for it during the day anymore. But at nighttime, I was about to say in Spanish, lately, she has been wanting to nurse. So she goes before she goes to, what's your favorite mixed drink? Margaritas and palomas. I like tequila. Oh, I haven't had those in a while, but it's because my favorite hobbies. YouTube is my hobby. It was like an outlet, and I really do want to turn it into a job eventually, with all due time, in due time. I like to cook. Do you have a game plan to stop nursing? Oh, yes. I don't have a game plan for wanting to stop nursing because I don't know how to or what to do. I've tried the whole like, okay, what if I just tell her no and then like try to give her like a bottle or something, or give her like a sippy cup with milk? Because she's starting to get used to the idea of milk. So she'll ask for milk. I'll warm up a little bit of almond milk and she'll drink it. And she throws the worst fit ever. It's ridiculous. Where I can kind of like, all right, well, let me just, it's okay, and I try to do this whole like, no, there's, because she says teta for boob, and I'm like, no, there's no more, it's all done. But look, mommy has milk, leche, and she says no, and she'll kind of look at me like, oh, you're just kidding. And then it just goes downhill from there. So I don't know. My mom thinks my mom tells me to just kind of let her decide when to wean, because I'm so tired of getting up 6 times a night. Wash day routine. I thought about doing one. I just wasn't sure if you guys even wanted to see it. But I could do one. It's definitely, since my hair is shorter, it's a lot easier now. It's not like as long, like the routine wise anyways. But yeah, I could film one for you guys. Yeah, I could film that. So actually, I gotta write that down because I will literally forget in like 5 minutes. But I have actually thought about doing like my hair care routine, especially like for her hair too. So I could film that for you guys. Yeah. What's the longest I've grown my hair to? When I was pregnant, pregnancy does beautiful things for everything. Past my bra strap. So kind of like down to here was the longest. That was the longest, like natural. And then what you guys saw on Instagram is when I started kind of chopping it off. And it took me a long while. When I went to go get my hair cut, she was like, what kind of took you so long? She was like, traditionally after you have a baby, you're supposed to really cut your hair because it's some sort of, I don't know if it's a superstition or I don't know. But I noticed it had kind of like, it was trying to keep growing, but it was trying to like keep growing, but it was like splitting and breaking, and it was so dry. So I decided to chop it off. Obviously too, because it is a lot easier to maintain. And now that summer's starting, here in Florida, I'm so glad I cut my hair short. It's a lot easier too. So if I want to do a wash and go, I can. But the front of my hair kind of does like this crazy thing. So like the rest of my hair is like curly. And then up here, you know how it is like with different curl patterns, it'll be like curly. And then it's kind of like, it doesn't know what to do up here. And it's easier when I flat iron it anyways, because that way I can just wrap it at night. And in the morning I could just brush it out and just keep it moving. I feel like when I do wash and goes, it's a lot more work. And not so much with Camila, I'm not really concerned about it because if I can, whatever I'm doing, she wants to do. So if I'm doing my makeup, I give her a clean makeup brush and I give her that and she runs off with it and she's happy for the next 10 minutes. Um, if I'm doing my hair, I bought her this Play blow dryer and it comes like with like an attack, like a diffuser that so she can switch out the nozzles and stuff. So if I'm doing my hair, I can give her that so she can play with that while I'm doing my hair. Um, yeah. Guys, I don't know why she keeps waking up so many times a night. Like, it's crazy. Um, yes, I was born in Puerto Rico. So, quick background of me. So I was born in Puerto Rico, and I grew up military. Both my dad is Puerto Rican and my mom is Dominican. Um, so I was born in Puerto Rico, and then I moved to Germany. I started school like pre-K and stuff, so my first language was Spanish. I learned English in the second grade in Germany because you have to go through these classes. I forgot what they're called now. Almost like ESOL here, but there it's called. There's a different name for it, but it's almost kind of like that. But learning, yeah, English as a second. Duh. um. So, but yeah, I was born there, and I was raised. I was an army brat. My husband's stationed in Germany. Oh my God, I love Germany. Did you meet your husband there, or were you? Did you ever live in Germany, or just him? Well, like when he was younger. But yeah, I grew up kind of everywhere, but the longest that we've been stationed anywhere is Virginia. So I was there from the fourth grade up until I graduated from high school. So that's why a couple years ago someone had said, "Oh my God, your English is so good." I'm like, they were like, "No, no, not so much." Sorry, it's something in my eye. They said that I talked proper. That was weird. I knew him before he went to the army. He was like, "Oh, that's so." Oh, I'm a sucker for that stuff. Oh my God, that's so. Oh my God, that's so nice. Aw, I don't have a childhood sweethearts. I think it's those are those like it's like just amazing. What made you move to Florida? My parents. So when we came to Florida, I was all right, when I graduated from high school, we moved literally my graduation was like a Friday. The next week our house was already packed up. We moved to Germany. So I spent my freshman year of college in Germany. My dad decided to retire while we were in Germany and he picked Florida. So I moved with them because I was only 18. So I moved with him here to Florida and just always loved it. Reunited 20 years later, got married and had two boys. Reunited and it feels so good. I don't know why every time I see Reunited, I feel like I have to sing that song. Like some of my closest friends, if you ask them, they yeah, I do it every single time. I don't know why. Sorry. Oh my God, that's awesome. My degree in. So I have an associate in business management and marketing, and I was working on my bachelor's in communications, and then I got sidetracked with working. I was working full time, going to college full time, and I was like volunteering, and I was trying to do too much at once and I started slacking in school. So yeah, so I never went back to get my bachelor's. My best friend gets on me. She stopped kind of getting on me about it, but for a while she was like on me about you need to go back. You need to go back. I'm like, favorite singers. Oh my God. You know, I don't have any favorite singers because I like a little bit of everything as far as genre. I love like all my Hispanic music. So I love reggaeton, salsa, merengue, bachata, but I love hip hop. If you guys watch my vlogs, I randomly like, I love my 90s hip hop. The hip hop now is, I don't consider it hip hop, but I like the music now. But I don't have any favorite singers. Is that weird? I don't know. I don't have any favorite singers. Hold on, now she's too quiet. Oh, she's glued to that iPad. I don't have any favorite singers. No. And my playlist or my stations on Pandora is like super random. So I'll have like a Drake station, Beyonce, and then I have like I have a Rick Ross station. I have a 90s R&B. It's all over the place. When did I start going to therapy? And is it more of a medical therapist or just a counselor? Okay. So I started going to therapy in 2015, so almost 4 years ago. So almost 4 years now. So I have both. So I see a therapist. So she's like a counselor. She's a social worker. And I also go see a psychiatrist. But I see her like once a month or once every other month. And that's for her, obviously to go in for a session, but her to check on my meds as well, which you guys will know. I have not been taking them. That's a whole different because I feel like today, like I'm okay, but I can feel like I really need to get back on it. But then when I get back on it, it takes a little while for my body to get like readjusted again. My psychiatrist is right, and she's always kind of like, you can't just skip, whatever, because it's like you're starting all over again, and it's true. So it takes a little while. Um, yeah, but yeah. So that's why I started seeing a therapist. I think everyone should see a therapist, whether you think you're struggling with something or not. It's just nice to talk to someone who doesn't, who won't judge, and also doesn't have like a personal, like, because they don't know you, so they can give you a straightforward, very honest opinion, I guess. I don't know, but I think everyone should see one. There's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist. I think everyone should see one. My mom is totally against it. When I told her that I was seeing a therapist, she kind of laughed it off and said, the only therapist you need is God. You need to pray more. I pray, but sometimes it's nice to, I can do both. My dad was like, okay, good for you. My mom is super old school, very old school. She's trying to be a little bit more relaxed, I can tell, but I can tell it makes her uncomfortable. But yeah, but I think everyone should see one. It's good. It's good for you. I think it's good for you. All right, guys. So I know I've been sitting chat here for a while. If there's any more questions, you guys can leave them down below. I'll try to answer them. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, Melissa, I know you do. Tiff, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or not. But I do go on Insta stories there a lot. I'm pretty active there throughout the day. But I need to get this little one back here ready for bed, because then if she's on it for too long, then she will fight to the death to go to sleep. And this daylight savings is killing me too. I need to put room darkening curtains actually in the room. We're still co-sleeping. Jesus Christ. Now I'm doing it selfishly because she has been getting up so multiple times like at night lately. I don't know what is going on. Okay. But yeah, so she gets up so many times. So when she was sleeping in her room for a little while, and not even in her taller bed, just the guest room bed over there, she still only wanted me. So that was literally me having to get up in the middle of the night 2-3 times a night and walk down the hallway to the other room. And sometimes I fell asleep in there and then have to get up and like a ninja and get out the room and go back to my room and then get up again. It was too much. So it's easier when she's in the bed, but she literally pushes me to like the edge of the bed where I'm like falling out. I'm so ready to I'm ready to wean, put her in her toddler bed. Like, it's like I want her to grow up, but I don't want her to. This mom shit is hard. Anywho. Yeah, I'll just keep jibber jabbing. But thank you guys so much for joining. I'm glad that you guys were able to join. If there's any other questions that you guys have, just drop it down below or head over to my Instagram and you can DM me there. But I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight to you guys so I can put this one to bed, and that way I can start editing some videos. All right, you guys. So thank you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for supporting. You guys are like the best. Thank you. I will see you guys